Irish Footy Vlogs. Welcome to another preview video. Myself and Cian Menton back again. Strange one, Cian, this week because we have two Premier Division fixtures. We have a cup game and we have the two playoff First Division games. But we have to start off, unfortunately, at Finn Park. Tonight, it finished Finn Harps 3, St. Patrick's Athletic 2. What did you think overall?
Considering it was 3-2, people would be looking and saying that was a great game. I don't think it was. I thought it was a fairly poor game from both sides, if I'm honest with you. Harps went up 1-0 up after 3 minutes. And look, I'd be head in my hands here. I was like, oh, no, not after 4 weeks. And
it was a slip, wasn't it, Cian? And I think Adam Foley got the strike in the end. I'm not sure who slipped for Pats, but someone slipped anyway.
Yeah, and then the second goal after 11 minutes was it was a long throw. They're like corners, in fairness. They are hard to deal with. I'm not making any excuses. It should have been dealt with.
McNamee, I'm not sure who took the throw, but I know McNamee and McElhenney have good throws.
Yeah, look, in fairness, he can throw them, and he threw it in. It's like a corner. It's like a corner being thrown in, and honestly, we should have dealt with it. I don't know. There was strong claims of offside. I don't know. I only seen what was on the telly. So I'm looking at it, and in fairness, I was looking at it, and I don't think he was off. But at the same time, like, it was kind of zoomed in, if you remember looking at it, and he did actually seem to be the only man around the ball. So
it was difficult to tell. Yeah, it was difficult to tell, Cian, but I suppose from Pats' defensive point of view,
first place though.
Yeah, exactly. They failed to deal with the first header. They failed to deal with after the save was made from Clark, basically.
Yeah, and look, I'm not just because I'm a Pats fan. I'm going to give them credit. They dug deep. They rolled up their sleeves. They got a goal. Luke McNally got a goal. Wasn't a great goal. It came from more trying than anything else. We got it. It wasn't a lot of quality. Like, it was just trying and get ahead in it.
It came fairly quickly, I suppose, after Harps' second goal. So that was vital at the time.
That's what you want. And then we went and got the second. Then made it 2-2. And then look, that alone shows fantastic fighting spirit. You're 2-0 down at Finn Park, one of the hardest places to go. I'm not making excuses. Pats should have won this game today. There's no messing about. But then all of a sudden, it went really scrappy after Pats got the second goal. I think
that's a disappointing thing from Pat's point of view. The header, obviously, that's Georgie Kelly's style, that football, isn't it? Griffin got across. It was Griffin, yeah. He crossed it in from the left-hand side. Super header from Kelly. But you're right. After that happened, Pats kind of went quiet and Harps more into it. Yeah. But Harps started to create a couple of chances, Cian, whereby I think they hit the post. It was laid on, a scrappy one. There was a one-on-one, I think, as well. I can't remember got through. It might have been Connolly. But the penalty that Pats gave away, I'm not sure who fouled. I have no idea. I can't remember. Was Feely. Was it? It was a foul.
No. I honestly don't think that was a penalty.
You don't think it was a penalty? No, really?
And I'm not being biased. Like, I do think, look, it was he did touch him, right? But my God, it was a somersault. He just dropped. And no, it was soft. If it goes higher, great. Like, Harps won't give it a shit, to be honest. But if it goes against you, you're saying that's soft. And I was looking at it. Look, he gave the ref a decision to make. The ref made the decision. I'm not defending them. I'm not defending Pats here today. I'm telling them, I'm telling it as it is. I didn't think overall there was too much between the sides. Harps created probably the better of the chances, but at the same time, I think a draw, considering Pats got it back from 2-0, was probably the fairer result.
From Pat's point of view, they kind of should have made sure once they got back to 2-2 that they did get something out of the game. But
yeah, they should have. And I think, like I said, I think the penalty was a little soft. It's horrible to lose from a penalty. I know I'd rather Pats just be shy and lose. It's hard to lose by a penalty, in my opinion. I thought it was a little bit soft. I thought it was a little bit of a dive from Quintero, but he put. Look, I'm not defending Feely here. He gave the ref a decision to make, and the ref made it. And simple as that. Pats should have got the 3 points tonight. They didn't. They didn't play to the best of their ability. Harps fully deserved of the win, considering how they played. But at the same time, and I'll contradict myself a little, I just thought a draw was a fair result there.
Did you think the month layoff had an effect on Pats?
No, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Like, this is a full-time team. This is a team that's been training in isolation. They have been training. They have had their own programs. I know it's not the same. We've probably seen that early on in the game when Harps scored straight away. You can probably see there was a bit of a difference. And towards the end of the game, there was a bit of a difference as well. So you could tend to say that it's hard when you're not playing for a month. Let's be honest. It's hard when you weren't training for 2 weeks. Like, Pats are only back, I think, 10, 11 days now. So it's not a long time, but I don't think they're going to use that as an excuse. They shouldn't use it as an excuse. We should have the quality on the pitch to beat Finn Harps no matter what.
I thought, actually, talking about quality, I thought for a lot of the game, they might fade late on, but I honestly thought Chris Forrester made a lot of things happen for Pats. It was 2 very decent crosses into the box scheme. Yeah. And at one point, I think it was Gibson. He was just standing there. He didn't attack it at all. Did you notice that one?
Yeah.
And you're kind of going, what? Why aren't you attacking the ball or have an instinct to get in there? A lot of stuff that Forrester done, particularly first half, was good, but we didn't capitalise. Gibson and McClelland, I don't know, Cian. I just don't think they're up to the standard that Pats would require of on the wings.
To be honest, I haven't seen a lot of McClelland. I really haven't. I've seen him in fits and starts. I really seen him against Shelbourne at the start of the season, and like obviously looking at him like that. But he's a good ball player when we have the ball. I don't think for the players we don't have enough of the ball in the game. Like, we have Robbie Benson, Chris Forrester, with Jamie Lennon in behind breaking everything up, with Darren Markey.
Literally breaking everything up. Yeah. He tackled the night.
We've Darren Markey, we have, we've players who technically are the best in the league on the day. And realistically, with that midfield and Benson and Forrester, we should not be losing the ball. Like, we should have 70% possession every game.
And in fairness, Cian, they kind of do in most games, don't they? In fairness, I don't know if the attacking tree is right with Pats at the moment, in my view. Anyway, I don't know.
No, look, it'll take a bit of getting used to. I think Billy King, he's obviously not in great shape.
He's had a few injury issues, yeah.
He's had a couple, and then he's had them throughout his career. We know that, but I think Billy is still our best option on the left.
I think so, yeah.
I like looking at him play. I like watching him. I think he gets you off your seat. I've seen him early season, and he was excellent for us. And you know what? Obviously, I think we're lacking a bit of a right-sided player. I don't know. I presume one will be coming in the window. I would like to say. I'd like to see 2 strikers coming in, maybe. Maybe Georgie. Who knows what's going to happen in the off season? But you know what? I'd like to have a couple of players.
Finn Harps, I suppose, Cian. Fantastic win for Finn Harps ultimately, and I mean, they're unbeaten in 6 now. They've beaten Pats, beaten Bows away. They're now right up Shelbourne's arses, aren't they? They're 2 points behind Shelbourne.
Well.
Yeah, but in terms of Shelbourne, they're closest. You know what I mean? They're 2 points behind Shelbourne. Sorry, and Shelbourne's last game is against Shamrock Rovers. There's a real chance of Finn Harps. Not only they're going to stay up, they're going to actually stay up without having to go into the playoffs, essentially, which would be insane.
Yeah, look, it's madness, to be honest. And I think, I'm looking at Pats as well now. I'm being a Pats man. I'm looking at Pats, and, considering we have Shamrock Rovers, considering we have Dundalk, and considering we have Bows, it's a little bit worrying. I'm not gonna say while literally we're in a big battle here. I don't think we are. I think we get a point, maybe that might do us, but will it be enough? Who knows? With Harps, the form they're in at the minute, so I think Pats makes one.
I think we'll go into that actually now in a second, but just before we do, Harps as well, we're missing McNamee, we're missing Cogler, and we're missing Carl O'Sullivan tonight as well. So, they just, I don't know what it is. Ollie Horgan, just a fantastic manager, I think, isn't he? He really
Ollie,
does get the
Ollie
best
is
out of the players. Yeah.
Ollie is fantastic, and you know he's a good man to have around the league. He got another yellow card again tonight. And I love, if you just watch it, I love when he gets a yellow card, right?
Yeah, I've seen him tonight.
Because he gives the ref so much abuse as the ref has given them the yellow card, so the ref actually can't give him another one.
Quickly to Pats and Dundalk. We've talked a bit about Pats, so we better not stay too long on this one. But from Pat's point of view, it's a big game. But Dundalk, you see, they're after having a little bit of a break, aren't they? So they can kind of play and be ready here for this match more so than they were for some of the other games, can't they?
It's hard to say they've had a bit of a break because they be kind of resting Tuesday, travelling Wednesday, training Wednesday night, and then
break from matches, I suppose. A break from matches, I guess.
Yeah, but it's tough, and I think it's tough on their bodies. It's like they're going to the Emirates, huge pitch, probably twice the size as Oriel. Probably, if you were to put the two of them side to side, probably Oriel probably be the halfway line. Who knows? I don't know the dimensions. I'd say that's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but it's not far off it.
It is a big pitch, though, the Emirates.
Yeah. So, that's going to take its toll. At the same time, then obviously they're coming to Pats, who are fighting for a few points now, just to be sure. I don't think they're under serious pressure to stay out of the battle. I think they are out of it, but just to be sure. So, I think Pats kind of don't mind playing Dundalk in recent games. I think they've done okay. I wouldn't say that's down to Stephen knowing how they play and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that's an issue at all. I would just say it's probably one of Dundalk's bogey teams at the minute in terms of the way it was. But at the time you look at it, you had Vinnie Peart there and stuff, so everything has changed. So it's a clean slate here, and it's a game that, because I'm a Pats fan, I'm obviously going to be interested in. But it's a good type of neutral game as well to watch, because I think there'll be a bit of quality on the pitch, and considering whoever Dundalk play, I think Dundalk's second team at the minute is probably good enough to beat Pat's best team. So, it'd be interesting to see the team Dundalk play tomorrow night. But like I was saying in Tala last Thursday, I was kind of predicting the lineup for the game against Waterford, and a few shocks, like a few players that played a lot of minutes played again. So you can't really do that either. But Stephen will have his homework done, and the same Felipe will have his homework done. And look, I'm looking forward to an entertaining game.
Because Keane, they still need points, Dundalk, to be sure. Like, if Pats are to win, I'm not saying necessarily Pats are going to finish ahead of them and get into Europe, but Waterford and Sligo are still, you know what I mean? The Waterford and Sligo are close, so they still need to get. They could do a win in Inchicore, basically.
Dundalk. Oh yeah, look, there's no doubt they need a win. They need one win, and they're sorted. They'd be hoping that comes on Sunday against Pats, and looking at their fixtures, this is a target game for them that they will be looking to get 3 points out of, and they could very well do so. But I'm going for a draw here. A draw veering towards more of a Pat win. That's just looking at considering they're in Europe and stuff like that. I think if this was a game on a Sunday with no games in between, I'd be picking Dundalk all day here. But considering the amount of games they played, look, they have the best condition, they have the best fitness as anyone in the league. I think they've set the bar for that over the years.
Well, it's just very hard to mentally keep switching on and on.
And we've seen it in Waterford.
Yes.
And so that's why I'm veering for a draw more towards a Pats win as well. Just because of that reason, and because I'm a Pats fan as well. But we have that bit as well,
I don't see Dundalk losing again, but I think it'll be a draw as well. I'm going to go for 1-1 here. And look, Pats be satisfied with that, if I'm honest, I think Keane as well. Yeah. On to Finn Harps and Shamrock Rovers. I'm smiling a bit here because obviously Finn Harps, are in a great position. Rovers, haven't played in a few weeks. They are the champions. Can they upset the apple cart here again against Shamrock Rovers?
I'm going to go for a Finn Harps win here.
Nearly afraid to go against them, Keane.
To be honest, I'm hoping they don't win, considering where they are. for the Pats fans' point of view. I'm hoping they don't get the win. Because
Shelburne will be hoping they
don't. Because if they get the win, all of a sudden, Pats and Shells are right in there. And Derry as well. So opens the gap again. And next...
of course, we won't know, Cian, because Pats are playing before that against Dundalk. So for all we know, Pats may get the 3 points. We don't know.
They will.
We can only go by, you know what I mean? But I'd be a bit more nervous if I was Shelburne at this minute in time, to be honest with you.
Very nervous if I was Shelburne.
I would be nervous of Shelburne.
Like, it all depends on Sunday. Nobody's nervous. I don't think anyone should be nervous yet. I think wait until Sunday, see what happens after Sunday, and then look, if it's panic stations, it's panic stations. But just wait until Sunday.
I mean, the pitch, you know, wasn't in great condition tonight. If the weather isn't great the next few days, it's not going to be great condition against Shamrock Rovers. Shamrock Rovers like to play football, etc., etc. You know, I don't know. I'm actually taking a draw here, Cian. I really am.
The game, to be honest, I think if the weather keeps up there, I don't think this game will go ahead.
That's another point. Yeah, if it keeps up literally the way it has been, I don't know if it is or not. But
if that doesn't go ahead, like, what an absolute disaster for Shamrock Rovers again. But it's a bit of a mad one, and I hope it goes ahead. I really do. I think games need to be played here. It's getting a bit...
I just want them getting played, yeah. I'm like that as well. It's getting hairy.
I think Shamrock Rovers now will want the game to be played. I think what Finn Harps will. I think the pitch will be ready. Like, you're seeing... Like, listen, half of them on that pitch we've seen tonight were volunteers. And every single one of them dug in and got that pitch right for tonight's game, and credit to them. And I think groundsmen around the League of Ireland don't get enough credit for what they do. I think they're the young son heroes of the league. And look, I think they'll have that pitch ready. I've been up there, I think, 4 times in one season, and I've seen 2 games. That can't happen again. I think they'll have the pitch on.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to go for 1-1. We should push Finn Harps. Still in a good position, so it would. What are you saying?
For a mad one. I'm going to go 2-0 Harps.
Are you going to go 2-0 Harps? That'd be a big surprise. And it would be Shamrock Rovers' first defeat of the season, remember that as well. I think if Shamrock Rovers win, though, they'll probably win well, you know, that kind of funny way.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Harps.
Right, that's unusual. 2 people, Finn Harps and Rovers, and no one going for Rovers, Cian, eh? There you go, though. Cup game, Athlone and Shelburne, the only cup game at the weekend. It's a bit messy the way the fixtures are coming out here as well, isn't it? I was checking the fixtures all day, making sure I had it right, etc. It's just all over the place. Of course, Sligo and Derry was supposed to go ahead, isn't that right? But the COVID issue has been postponed as well.
Sligo in the next round, possibly. So who knows?
I don't know what's going to happen there, but because it had a date originally and was set back, Derry might get away with that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. The FAI don't know either this minute in time. But look, I wouldn't like to see any games called off, if I'm honest with you, Cian. No. But Athlone and Shelburne, Athlone have been in decent enough form. Do you see a possible shock here?
Oh, we could very well see a shock. It's the cup, and can happen. It's a one-off game, like we said. It has
quarter-final, remember, as well. It's a quarter-final, so a chance for semi-final berth here for both teams.
It has to finish on the night. And, there's no getting back to Talca Park on a Monday night or anything. It's not like that, so...
That's huge, actually. That's a big thing. That just lends itself to a possible upset as well, yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm gonna go for a Shelburne win here, though. I really am. I think they'll have enough quality throughout. I think they have the experience. So, I'm gonna go for a Shelburne win, but it's not going to be straightforward. I'm gonna go 1-0 or 2-1, something like that, around that much.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, if they could have handpicked a tie, it would have been this one. No disrespect to Athlone. That said, Athlone at home will kind of fancy themselves a little bit here. But I just think Shelburne will have too much quality gain as well. I'll go for 2-0. I can see Gary Deegan boss in the midfield in this game as well. So, yeah, I see Shelburne winning that and on to the semi-final, which would be huge for them. But, they'd be still nervous about their Premier Division status as well at the same time,
Yeah, well, like I says, panic stations on Sunday after the Finn Harps game, if it is. No, that's for me. I wouldn't be too worried now going into it because Shamrock Rovers are still favourites to win the game. So I'm not panicking that end. But look, if they get a point, you're hitting that red button and there's panic stations everywhere for 3 teams. So let's see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah, like Shelburne, for example, they don't want to go into the final game of Shamrock Rovers thinking they may have to win the match.
Yeah.
That'd be a concern, wouldn't it? That'd be a concern. Yeah. Cian, I suppose on to the playoff semis now. We'll start off with UCD and Longford. This is going to be at the Belfield Bowl. Again, like, how do you call a game like this? You're talking about, pretty sure UCD are the top scorers in the league, Cian. Yeah, top scorers in the league against Longford with the best defence in the league. You saw UCD close up very closely the other night. How do you see this one panning out?
It's a good final. I can't. You genuinely can't pick. You can flip a coin here. Honestly, go ahead first. Go first, because I don't know.
I'm going to say UCD. I don't know why, but I think it could go either way. But I think maybe their extra firepower. You've got the likes of Madai, you've got Whelan, you've got Kerrigan in midfield, you've got, Longford have that as well, but they play differently, I suppose. They don't play as attacking as UCD. I don't know. I think 2-1 UCD. I think
just on that, I know probably if there's any Bows fans listening, I heard off a decent source today that Midori is off to Bows. So no, I don't know how true it is. It's the same fella that told me about Adam McDonald. And the next day, Keith was I said, there's a picture going around the two of them chatting. So look, I don't know how true it is. It's probably shy, but I just said I'll put it out.
You know what I mean? It's obviously something that's happened in the background. I'd expect Madai to go to a Premier Division team, be a fantastic signing for Bowes. I wouldn't mind thinking about Pat's Keane, if I'm honest with you.
But I just said I'll put that out there while I was thinking of it. And I'm going to go for Longford to win this because I still think they have the quality. I think UCD have the firepower in the front too. And obviously you have Kearney and stuff like that playing in the middle. But I think apart from that, if Longford can come in and marshal, let's say, them three players, I think Longford on paper then should have the best, like they have the best defensive record. So if they can manage them three players, I think they're the three key players. So I think if they were to get on top of them and get on top of them early, especially Keeney in the middle, if you had what's his name, Zambra on him, let's say, and just sitting there and just on him every minute, I think I'm gonna go for Longford to win this. But I think this could go all the way to extra time penalties.
It could do, yeah. I mean, Longford are good defensive, as I said. They're marshalled by Joe Gorman as well. Zambra, he's got a bit of experience in midfield, hasn't he, Keane, as well there? So, they've got Rob Manley up front, so they have got a striker who's capable of banging them.
That's it. So I think if they keep it tight, I fancy them to have enough quality. If they keep it tight, to get one to break and off you pop and put in the net and see what happens. But I think it could go all the way, and I can't see a lot of goals being scored here. Let's put it that way.
It wouldn't shock me if it was to go all the way.
The two good games, all the games like that. And I'm thinking of, like, if you think of any team in this playoff playing Finn Harps / Shelburne, let's say, for example, right? At this minute in time, I could see all them going to extra time penalties.
One game, especially, as you said before, 100% Keen. It looks like it's going to be Bray Wallace and Cavantilli as we speak. Now, there was, we'll just talk about that very quickly for a minute. Wasn't there a bit of a hearing today to see whether Cavantilli were going to keep those 2 points they earned from forfeit or obviously lose them? But apparently the results won't be out till tomorrow, Cian, at the latest. Now, for all I know, it could be out by the time this video goes out. Who knows? But it just seemed very late in the day. If you're
1 second now, just to be sure. Let me check, just to be sure, before we talk about it.
Well, I'm not going to get it, you know what I mean? But I'm just, exactly.
No, I haven't heard any news yet. So.
No, this is off record, actually. I just had a word with your man from Wexford, and he says he doesn't expect anything till the earliest tomorrow, which is...
That's James, is it?
What?
Is that James?
No, Robert, or not Robert. My head's like a sieve this evening. What's his name? McCarthy, Rob McCarthy. Yeah, Rob McCarthy. Do you know him? Yeah.
No.
No, do you not? He's one of the media guys at Wexford, anyway. He sound like, you know what I mean. He's not really a bullshit like that. But where were we? Where we get into this now?
It just starts from we might think about, or we don't know whether.
Yeah, I'll mention that. Right, so Cian, Bray Wanderers and Cabinteely, we think it's going to be Cabo, but we're not 100% sure because there's a bit of a hearing today. The results aren't expected to be out until Thursday or Friday. That's getting late in the day, you know what I mean? The match is supposed to be Saturday, I believe, Saturday or Sunday afternoon, I believe, right? We don't know whether Cabo are going to forfeit the 2 points that they gained from the Wexford forfeit, or if it's going to be fine. But, Cabo need to be preparing for a match. Galway, possibly.
Galway would be. I've no doubt, right?
No, they will be preparing for a match. Yeah. No, you're right. They have to. They've no choice. And Bray have to prepare for both teams.
Yeah. I've no doubt John Caulfield was on the trainer field this morning preparing for this game with Galway. And rightly so, because I think they should be there. And look, we're probably going to talk about it again in another video, but I do genuinely think Galway should be there. They've had more points than Cabinteely this year. Cabinteely are really lucky. Even Cove miss out by a goal.
Well, technically, Cove have finished ahead of them as well.
Yeah. But Cove missed out on the goal of maybe getting that Galway spot. So, it's tough on Cove that way. But Galway now, they would be preparing for the game. But look, as it stands, we'll speak about Cabinteely.
You know what, McKean? As it stands, we'll speak about Cabinteely, but, would Bray rather play Cabinteely than Galway?
Oh, yeah, look, there's no doubt. I want to play Cabinteely tomorrow than Bray. I think, you know what I mean? That's just the form they're in.
I'd strongly fancy Bray. I know it's a one-off game, but I still strongly fancy Bray to beat Cabinteely.
Yeah, I do as well. But it's a one-off game, so anything can happen. I just have a bit of a dislike towards this, to be honest with you. I don't think they should be in there considering everything that's going on. So, I'm kind of disheartened about it. And if they are in it, I don't care if it sounds short. I hope they get battered. That's just the way it is for me. I think I'm going to go for a Bray. If it's Cabinteely, I'm going to go for a Bray 4+.
If it's Cabinteely, I definitely think Bray will win it. I'll go 2-0, but I do think they'll win it. If it's Galway, 50-50, big time in my view.
If it's Galway, I'm going to say penalties either way.
Yeah, but that's the way we're going to do it. Anyway, guys, we'll leave it there. That's the preview. We're going to get on and do another video now, and we'll talk about Wexford and Cabinteely a bit more in detail, won't we, Cian?
Yeah.